Hey folks, welcome back to one of the most enthralling, exciting, enlightening and entertaining session of Science Scamper for classes 6 to 8 by Educative. And I am your super science teacher Ambika. At Educative, we always empower all our students as how to think and not what to think. So if you want to experience the same, it's the right time to subscribe to the Educative's YouTube channel. The subscription button is just given below, guys. If you like our video, don't forget to press the like button and ensure to hit the bell icon to get all the latest updates from Educative. Now let's start today's session, and the topic for the day is respiration in organisms. Yes. With the term respiration, the first thing which comes to our mind is something related to breathing. Taking in, giving out. Like this. And in this particular chapter, we are going to cover all the organisms, basically all the living organisms, including humans. So this will be going to a very exciting one. You have to watch it till the end, don't leave it in between. Now let's see that which topics we are going to cover in this module. So we are going to cover why do we respire, then breathing, human respiratory system, how do we breathe, other than that breathing in some other animals like grasshopper, cockroach, fish, and do plants also respire. So these are the few topics which we are going to cover. So let's start with the first topic. Why do we respire? Why respiration occurs in us? See, first you need to understand that what is respiration. At your level, you should know respiration comprises of two steps. The first is breathing. That means taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. This is your breathing. This is the first step, or this is the first part of respiration. This is not the only thing which comes under respiration. The next thing which comes under respiration is breaking down of food. And release of energy. So these two together is known as respiration. That means first you will do breathing, that is taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. This is the first step, or this is the first part of respiration. The second is breaking down of food, the food which we have consumed, the food which we have eaten, जो खाना हमने खाया है उसका ब्रेकडाउन और उससे जो एनर्जी रिलीज होती है, दैट इज द सेकेंड स्टेप ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन, एंड दीज टू स्टेप्स टुगेदर मेक द प्रोसेस ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन कंप्लीट. नाउ if you see on your screen, you can see a flowchart kind of a thing behind me. So what it is actually showing, this is a plant, this is a plant, the plant is getting energy from sun and water, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll present in the leaves. So photosynthesis is taking place and food is formed in the plant. Then a human like me, you or any other human, we have consumed that plant. Maybe the vegetable, maybe the fruit, maybe the seed, maybe the roots, stem, flower, whatever. So what actually we are doing? We are taking in oxygen from the air. We have also taken the food from the plant. Now when this oxygen goes into our blood, and the food also goes. So food breaks down into its simpler forms, the digestion process that we have already studied, absorption, assimilation, and this oxygen is also there. So now these two together produces energy, water and carbon dioxide. Then this carbon dioxide through blood is exhaled out by us. So this is the complete process of respiration. You have taken in oxygen, first step of breathing. Then along with oxygen, you have also eaten the food which is prepared by the plants. In presence of oxygen, that food has converted to its simplest form. Then that food and oxygen combines because energy is provided. Then it converts into energy, water and carbon dioxide. And that carbon dioxide gas is exhaled by us. हम उसे बाहर की तरफ release कर देते हैं. We breathe it out. and the final breathing is also completed. So this is respiration, and that is the reason why we respire. Because अगर हमारी बॉडी में respiration नहीं होगा तो फूड में से जो एनर्जी रिलीज होनी है वो नहीं होगी और हमारी बॉडी को एनर्जी नहीं मिल पाएगी. So that is why respiration is extremely essential, children. Now let's move ahead. Now breathing. What is exactly breathing? Breathing is exchange of gases, taking in one gas and releasing out the other gas. That is breathing. It is a physical process, no chemical process, no chemical reaction. Only organs move and we do breathing. It is an external respiration because cells के अंदर कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. Breathing is a normal process and there is no release of energy. आप ऑक्सीजन लेते हैं, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बाहर छोड़ते हैं. That is the first step of respiration, which is known as breathing. सांस लेना. That is breathing. Let's move ahead. Action packed info, guys. Something very important for you, so pay attention. The amount of inhaled air contains 21% of oxygen and 0.04% of carbon dioxide. While the air we breathe out, it contains 16.4% of oxygen and 4.4% of carbon dioxide. So now you can understand the air which we are taking in, it has much more percentage of oxygen and very less percentage of carbon dioxide. And the air we are breathing out, जो हम air बाहर की तरफ release कर रहे हैं, उसमें carbon dioxide का percentage काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, because हमारी body में जो भी respiration होता है और जो carbon dioxide release होता है, we just exhale it out. All right? Now let's move ahead. Human respiratory system. You need to know that what are the basic organs which come under the human respiratory system. So the various organs which starts are, the first is nasal cavity, which is the part of your nose. Then you have the two nostrils. Then the oral cavity, larynx, which is the sound producing organ in the throat. Then pharynx as well. Trachea, which is also known as the windpipe. Trachea is also known as windpipe. Then you have your lungs, left lung and right lung, diaphragm and right main bronchus, and inside it bronchioles and then alveoli. So these are the basic organs which form the human respiratory system. The complete process of breathing and respiration takes place through this respiratory system only. All right, let's move ahead. Now, how do we breathe? अब हम एक्चुअली में ब्रीदिंग कैसे करते हैं, हम एक्चुअली में सांस कैसे लेते हैं, दैट नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड. ऑल राइट. Okay, all my dear children, I know you all must be loving this video, so time to press the like button. And if you have any doubts, questions, queries, and if you want to give any intervention, your feedback, you are most welcome to put it in the comment box below, and I ensure you that your super science teacher Ambika will definitely get back to you ASAP. Now let's see how do we breathe. The bones of the rib cage help in the movement of air in and out of our lungs. Now you know that lungs are surrounded by a cage of bones, which is known as rib cage. It has 24 bones or 12 pairs of bones, which we have already studied. Inside this rib cage you have your lungs. So the bones of rib cage helps in the movement. Now what happens? The rib cage muscles and diaphragm work together. See, this red color thing is your diaphragm, okay, the dome shaped thing, and rib cage muscles are also present. Now what happens? The first is inhalation. Inhalation means, as the name suggests, when you are taking in the oxygen. जब आप ऑक्सीजन को अंदर ले रहे हैं उस टाइम पे क्या होता है, हम कैसे लेते हैं सांस? So what is happening? Rib cage moves upward and outward, है ना? Our chest becomes like this, and the diaphragm, जो आपका diaphragm होता है, what it happens? It relaxes and goes down. It contracts and goes down like this. And lungs are having the capacity to take more and more oxygen. Lungs fully open हो जाते हैं, उनमें बहुत सारा ऑक्सीजन जा सकता है. Then we release out. अब हम जब exhale करते हैं तो जो rib cage वो डाउनवर्ड चला जाता है, इनवर्ड अंदर चला जाता है, लंग्स स्क्वीज होते हैं, और जो आपका डायफ्राम है वो आपका जो है it relaxes and it moves upwards and carbon dioxide gas is released out. So that is how breathing is done. Let's again have a recapitulation. The first is inhalation. अंदर लेना, तो अंदर लिया, rib cage going upward, outward, and diaphragm going down and contracting, and lungs are full to the capacity. They take in a whole lot of oxygen from the air. Then you exhale. What happens? Rib cage muscles goes downward, inward, lungs squeeze, and your diaphragm, it contracts, it goes upward and relaxes, and carbon dioxide is exhaled out. So this is how breathing is done, with the help of rib cage bones, muscles, and diaphragm. Very important to remember, children. All right. Now let's move ahead. Action-packed info, guys. Something very interesting and important for you. The amount of air breathed in or out in one breath during normal respiration is known as tidal volume. It is around 500 ml for an adult human being, and the volume is lower during rest and sleep and high during exercise. See, the amount of air we take in and give out in a normal breath. जब हम नॉर्मली ब्रीदिंग कर रहे हैं, कोई एक्स्ट्रा फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज, कोई फिजिकल लेबर, कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं कर रहे हैं, उस केस में जब भी हम एक नॉर्मल रेस्पिरेशन में वी आर टेकिंग ब्रीदिंग इन नॉर्मली, ब्रीदिंग आउट नॉर्मली इन वन ब्रेथ, दैट पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट ऑफ एयर इज नोन एज टाइडल वॉल्यूम. And for an adult like me, it is 500 ml on an average. Tidal volume is lower when you are resting, when you are sleeping, because that time you don't require much oxygen or much air. But when you are doing an exercise or any physical labor, tidal volume will be high. Now let's move ahead. Now breathing in other animals. We are going to see breathing in other animals like earthworm. We have already discussed this, that earthworm breathe through its moist skin. The skin of an earthworm always feels moist and slimy on touch. Gases can easily pass on through its skin. Carbon dioxide and oxygen. The exchange of gases takes place through its skin. Now let's move ahead. Grasshopper. A grasshopper has very, very small openings on its body which are known as spiracles. Now these spiracles are having, see, these are small openings on the body of the grasshopper. These are spiracles. Now spiracles are connected to tracheal tubes. Now these tracheal tubes reach to the every cell of the body. So oxygen through spiracles and through these tracheal tubes reaches to every cell of the body. Carbon dioxide from every cell of the body through these tracheal tubes and spiracles moves out. So in case of grasshopper, if somebody asks you that how grasshopper respires, the answer is grasshopper respires through spiracles, which are very small and minute openings on its body. Spiracles are attached to tracheal tubes, like we have trachea or windpipe. It has tracheal tubes through which oxygen goes in, carbon dioxide comes out. All right. Now let's move ahead. Fish. Now fish have gills in their body for exchange of gases. That means the oxygen which is dissolved in water. You already know that what is the formula for water, that is H2O. So this O which is present is actually the dissolved oxygen which is present in water, and all the aquatic animals and plants use this dissolved oxygen. So fish also use it. So gills are very well supplied with, blood capillaries. So whatever oxygen comes, it goes to the blood and to the whole body of the fish. Similarly, carbon dioxide from the whole body of the fish comes to the gills and it is exhaled out. As you can see over here, it's very clearly mentioned, from heart to gills, from gills to muscles. Again, it's a kind of a cycle. All right. Now let's move ahead. Do plants also respire? Yes, of course. Plants definitely respire. There's no question about it. Why? Because they are also living organisms, they are also living being, and every living organism respire. जितने भी living organisms हैं वो सभी सांस लेते हैं, वो सभी breathe करते हैं. So why not plants? Plants also definitely respire. But how they respire? They respire for their survival, and how they do that? They take in oxygen, they give out carbon dioxide. But when they do that? They do that during photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, they give out oxygen, they take in carbon dioxide. And in the night time, when there is no sunlight, the reverse happens. What happens? They give out carbon dioxide and they take in oxygen. So you should know this. See, this is the case of photosynthesis. Okay, what happens? Carbon dioxide is given in, oxygen is given out. In the next one, which is this case, is of respiration. In this, oxygen is given in and carbon dioxide is given out. This happens during day, this happens during night, or basically when there is no sunlight, in the evening also. You know, that is why it is suggested कि अंधेरा हो जाने के बाद रात में ट्रीज के शेड में नहीं बैठना चाहिए, प्लांट्स के पास नहीं जाना चाहिए, because actually what they are releasing out? They are releasing out carbon dioxide and not oxygen. It's only during daytime, children, when plants release oxygen. Otherwise, in the day, in the night time, in the evening, plants release carbon dioxide and they take in oxygen because respiration is going on in them. Even plants do respiration like other animals, like human beings, like any other living organism. They also respire. All right? So with this, we have come to the end of this super sweet, amazing session, and I hope that you all must have subscribed to the Educatubs YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, do it right now, guys. The subscription button is just given below. I'm sure you have loved the video, so time to press the like button. And for your super science teacher, Ambika, it's time to sign out for the day. But till the time we meet again, be happy, be safe, and keep enriching yourself with Educatub. Bye-bye, children.